Hey guys, I'm Taylor Busher.
And I'm Pete.
And this is Snoop.
And together we make up Always the Road. We decided to kind of stray from the, conventional path and move into a van for a number of different reasons. We took a year off of school and we traveled in Southeast Asia together. We felt the pull to a nomadic lifestyle in a way. You know, we were backpacking, it wasn't like luxury travel. So as we came back and we were finishing our schooling with business degrees, what do we want our future to look like, or how do we want to create a life for ourselves?
Yeah, because we weren't really excited on the idea of, getting our entry-level marketing jobs and then working our way up the corporate ladder, and then all of a sudden, when we're in our 40s or 50s, we're like, oh man, we haven't really done much. Yeah. We wanted to avoid that whole pitfall, so we wanted to start it off right. This is how it went. I will take a little bit of credit.
Oh yeah, this is you. This is all you.
This is me. Because obviously, it's the end of the school year. We're like, we don't have any jobs lined up or anything.
All of our
we're trying to
friends
find
had jobs.
It was literally just one night. I was on Instagram. I saw a converted van, and I'm like, that's a great idea. I had never even heard of anybody doing that before. The van life was not in my head at all. Oh my god, this is exactly what we should be doing, because first of all, we would love the opportunity to build something, because we're both those kind of people, and then second of all, it would give us an opportunity to create a life for ourselves on the road while getting to travel, which was our biggest passion in life. And so immediately I took a screenshot and I sent it to Pete. I'm like, Pete, we're gonna do this. And he's like, okay. That's literally what I was saying. He's like, yeah, all right, cool. And then literally that next week we started looking for vans. It really wasn't even much of a discussion. It's perfect. So we went for it. Yeah. We wanted space. We wanted to be able to stand.
So every day
Sprinter was our top choice, and then we called around a lot and nothing seemed to be a good fit.
Yeah, every day we'd be on Craigslist looking and looking. We look at Sprinter vans,
anything else.
Cargo vans, we look at buses, we look at anything, and we kind of knew the range of, we had a price range, very low, and we also had an ideal living condition for, two people and a big dog. So. And
then we called on this guy, we went to see it, and we drove away with him that day. He had a lot of other people who wanted to buy it because it was such a good deal at such a low price. And once we told him about our plans for it and stuff, he definitely favored us. And he's like, I think I want to give it to you guys because I think I really want to see how it turns out.
So our timeline for, buying the van, converting it, and then finally hitting the road would be 4 months of looking. We found the van. And then we got full-time jobs. Okay,
I stayed back. Yeah, that summer I stayed in Eau Claire. Where we went to school, and I continued working all summer, saving up money. And then Pete moved back with his parents, and actually got a head start on the van conversion itself.
From the start of the conversion, it took about 5 months with working full-time jobs. So we'd work at night, we'd work on the weekends, but we basically put all of our time and effort into this. So about 5 months, we had the conversion done, and then we hit the road in December of 2015.
We decided to do a little 3-week kind of test trip. And it was good that we did that before we hit the road officially full time, because we took off and we did all these tests to see if the drawers would open and stuff, and they seemed secure. Then as soon as you pack them full of stuff and then you go around that first Wisconsin hilly corner and everything's flying open, you're like, okay, we didn't think about a lot of things. We should really put some locks or something on here. So when we came back, we got to do all those renovations that we learned that we needed to do.
So we decided to build our van ourselves for a few reasons, but one of the biggest ones was this whole experience, this whole transition into this different lifestyle was a learning experience for us and an opportunity to grow. So one of the things that came with that was the opportunity to build out our first home. This gave us an opportunity to learn woodworking skills and learn how to build something ourselves. So that was the pushing force behind not paying someone else to convert the van.
And also, we were very fortunate in our circumstance in the way that Pete's parents, they own a business and they have a wood shop, so we had a place that we could pull the van into when it was, the winter, and we could work on it then, and we had a lot of tools and materials that a lot of people wouldn't normally have, so we were very lucky in that. So it would almost be kind of ridiculous of us to not do it ourselves just because we had so much at our disposal.
Right. And then price
exactly.
Was a huge thing. We didn't have a lot of money, so you can pay someone a lot of money to do this, but you can also do it on the cheap, and that was our that was a necessity for us.
Yeah.
We didn't have the option really.
Yeah. So that's why we did everything in here ourselves. The only thing we outsourced was the electrical, just because that's a lot of expensive equipment that we didn't want to ruin by messing it up
Let
ourselves
alone,
by
like,
being.
health hazards. We sleep on top of our battery, so.
We wanted to make sure it was like properly sealed and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So we knew from the start though that we wanted a bed bench system. Like we didn't want a stationary bed. We wanted to have like an open walkway and stuff. A lot of the reason is because of Snoop, honestly. He takes up a lot of space, and we wanted to make sure we had enough space for all three of us to live comfortably, so it seemed like the right thing.
We kind of came up with a design of having 2 benches and then having the benches fold down into a bed, which isn't like a revolutionary design in itself, but we put our own spin on it and made seat backs, so we can make the seats recline to different levels. We can make half a bed, half a bench. We can make, there's probably like 20 different variations of this bed bench design that we can make. Whether we use all of them or not, that's another story, but we use probably 4 or 5 on any given week. And then we also, within the benches, we built an incline bar, so the seats are, like an ergonomical seating arrangement, and then underneath we put storage, so we can have ample storage. And for us, it just makes it feel so much more roomy in here, and more like a living condition that we can live in for, over a year, over 2 years, over 3. So for us, it was like functionality came first.
Yeah.
And then comfort. So, yeah, the design just kind of came out of how we thought we'd use the space, and it's worked great so far. Yeah. And we also have a music corner. I think that's another, like a unique part of our build is we have 2 guitars, a ukulele, a cowbell, we have a harmonica. We kind of fit it all within a space that, otherwise you might not, it doesn't take up a lot of room as you might expect. So.
Plus it was like, it was one of those things where we started with this, we started adding everything else, and then there was this awkward little cubby right there. We're like, what can we put there? We're like, oh, I guess we don't want to strap the guitars like up here, so that makes sense.
So again, when we left, we had no real plan of how we were going to sustain this lifestyle for an extended amount of time. So you can call it naive or ignorant or anything, and maybe it was, but we thought, we'd find out ways along the way.
It also pushed us to work a lot harder. So when we first set off, I immediately got like this part-time job editing college students' papers online. I did that for a little while. Wasn't really fun, just a lot of work for very low pay. So I did that for a few months, and I ended up just like kind of letting that fizzle out. And then that's right about when we decided to write the ebook. We would just get so many questions on a daily basis about people asking about the bench system, because they're like, we've never seen anything like that, wanting to know the dimensions. And so we're like, you know what, maybe instead of answering these questions every day, we just put it into one comprehensive ebook, so we didn't have to deal with distribution and stuff like that.
We didn't have a lot of cash saved up. We didn't have a lot of money at our disposal. So this was like, okay, we can help give people some insights on how they can do it themselves, but also make some money on the side as well.
Yeah.
So that was the first venture. Then we recorded an album, so we recorded some music.
And I'm wondering what's on the other side. My mind is finally making sense. Well, not that much, but enough to get me by.
And we have that on our website for sale, and the hope is to play shows around as well. And then from there, we
find some farm work.
Again, we found some farm work in Northern California, at an organic farm. So that took up a big chunk of time as well. But it was, a sacrifice to make to keep traveling.
I mean, we really just kind of jump around and do it all any way that we can.
Yeah. We hustle, and we make, we make some money off of our website and social media as well, working with
some sponsored
brands.
Posts.
We've sold photos to brands of us using some of their clothing or products. So just kind of like different revenue streams trickling in from a lot of different places. There's no
one way to do it.
Yeah, there's no one way to do it.
There could be. We don't know what it is.
Yeah. You have to be a self-starter. You have to be someone that's like willing to put in a lot of work for no monetary value. Like, you can't have monetary value be the number one thing on your mind, because that's going to take all of the original motivation away, And I think that's something that you do it because you're passionate about it. And maybe it's not your number one passion, but you see that what it can become, and you're also hopefully benefiting other people or inspiring other people, or, we learn from so many different people, and we hope that other people can learn from us, and we hope that we can, exchange that for sustaining this lifestyle, which means, I guess, monetary value. We want to travel, we want to meet people on the road, we want to experience different cultures in this world. We want to, I don't know, there's just so much passion there, and I think for us, if we're talking about what a successful situation in our eyes is, I think it's fulfillment through travel, but also being able to sustain it and giving value back to people. So I think that's the whole goal for us, is to find a way to sustain our life with travel.
That's pretty much what I was gonna say. Maybe not in those exact words, but yeah, travel is undeniably the biggest passions in our lives. So if we can keep living this way and be able to do it in a way that we're not always worried about money, and do it through a way that it is embracing and utilizing our creativity and our knowledge and our expertise, that would be incredible. And that's what we're working towards every single day.
yeah, every day.
One of the places that we've traveled to that's particularly special, in my heart at least, is actually here in Joshua Tree, because that's where we hunkered down. We wrote our ebook. We were here for like a full 3 weeks. We actually only went into the park like a handful of times because that's what we spent most of our time doing. But I don't know what it is. I never really thought I would be drawn to the desert, but after being here, there's just something. I know it sounds like cliche, but there's something like enchanting or just magical about it. And every time we have a chance to be here or come through here, we always take the opportunity. I love it here.
So we've kind of got some exciting new plans in the works. We have a new project that in the next few weeks we'll be starting, which is kind of even crazy to think about right now. But the next project we'll be doing is buying another van and converting it, and then giving an aspiring adventurer the tools to live the van life, or to have an adventure mobile. Because a lot of people want to do this, a lot of people see it, but a lot of people don't have the resources.
A lot of people aren't as lucky as us in the way that a lot of people don't have a giant wood shop with a bunch of tools, and it's not exactly easy for them to convert it themselves. But we'd like to give them a unique van that's, not, I don't know, like the cookie cutter ones that you can find online for an extravagant amount. We'd like to make it, decently affordable and give somebody else the opportunity to experience this lifestyle. And in the same time, be able to use the skills that we already got. The skills that we already were able to build on when we built this, we can utilize those again, because now we actually know what we're doing.
Yeah, so I think it'll just be a great opportunity to help someone live this lifestyle, and hopefully start a new project ourselves and see where that takes us. Mm-hmm. And so there's a van coming towards you very soon.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking for us, you can find us on Instagram at alwaystheroad, and then our website is alwaystheroad.com. And if you're looking for our ebook, that's alwaystheroad.com/conversion ebook.
Yeah, and if you want some music, /music.
And if you want some more information on our new builds, we are building the webpage right now. It'll be live by the time this is out, and so you'll be able to find that on our website.
Heck yeah, email us anytime.
We'd like to talk.
We'll see you out there.
Whatever that may be, when my time here is done, I move along. I'm growing out my hair again like a ball of string. I'm starting to unwind. And I'm sleeping in the dirt again. I figure it's the best way to spend my time. And I'm ripping out the pages of this book because the words don't seem like mine. And I'm ripping out the pages cause this song done got to start this fire.